My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. I'm just gonna stop expecting to see any of the new Now's relics, and then they're gonna catch me off guard one of these days. How about what the hell? You want me to take a 2-rest path no matter what I do, is that it? Alright, if you say so. Give me a random rare, let's see what it is. Hellraiser. Right. Sure. Let me find all of the strikes I can fit in this deck. I guess specifically all of the pommel strikes I can fit in this deck, so that there's draw positivity included. Forgotten Ritual, Tremble, and Havoc. I feel compelled to take Tremble. Forgotten Ritual's really good after I've got something like maybe a True Grit, but... It's certainly easier for me to hit Restlessness when we have Hellraiser. Let's do that. Yeah. Take an energy potion with me as I try and slide on through. What are we doing? Yeah, we'll take this right-hand side. Some more normal fights early should give us more opportunity to try and pick up the cards we're looking for. Tremble, defend, defend. Restless draws into just another defend, right? Bash, defend, Restlessness. I gotta say, Restlessness is working real well with this. I'm very pleased with that. Colossus, Havoc, and Bully. Take Colossus, solid defense pick. And now I really do need a strike or two. I'll probably take a twin strike if I'm offered one, just for the sake of the damage I need. Hell yeah. Oh, Restlessness is really going off here. Bludgeon, Armaments, Thunderclap. I don't think any of those. I think they're all bloat between me and the rest of this cool deck. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to use Fish Oil in this fight. Actually, I'm going to have to use that on turn 1 because it starts playing strikes turn 2 immediately. This fight's going to be a toughie, unfortunately, just because the parasites are going to stop the Restlessness cycle. And also not being able to target where my own strikes go to is going to be really tough for us in the... Oh, boy. This is not good. Yeah, that Restlessness isn't going to get played. Oh, boy. Oh, I wish I took that Thunderclap in retrospect. Oh, what work that Thunderclap would be doing for us. Fingers crossed we just see a lot of the strikes at the top of the next cycle. You didn't cross your fingers hard enough. Now we're all doomed. Oh, come on. I mean, yeah, I fully deserve this, given that I didn't take the one AoE that was offered. How many times have I told you that you need to take the first AoE that it's offered? How many times have I've specifically drilled that into you, and then I forget the lesson and then immediately pay for it? And this is actually another lesson that I'm teaching. I wanted to teach by example. Oh! And of course, I was doing it just so that I would get to a Niao's relic. Although, admittedly, this is the least exciting of the two new ones. Niao Sacrifice. Procure one Ambergris. Ambergris? Amberge. Heal for 50% of your max HP. This is a potion. If used in combat, take an extra turn, and also add a guilty into your deck. Removed after 5 combats. One of my favorite curses. Yeah, I mean, cool. Let's go ambergris. Obviously, you only really want to use it in the final fight, because if you use it in the final fight at the appropriate time, it really should just guarantee you the win. Taking an extra turn, let alone healing 50% of your HP bar, is busted. That said, obviously, if you're going to die earlier than that, you should probably use it then. Maybe it could help us take a very aggressive early path. I don't know. That's not what I'm looking for. Damn, dude. You're so aggressive? Does it need to be this way? You did so much goddamn damage to me. What the hell was that fight, man? How much did you... That was a 20 damage Shrink-a-Beetle. I want to go back to the top of that fight and see how to do that differently. Like, what was... Did I have to apply the bash regardless just because I need the damage amp to have the, like, reliability of damage after that point? Is that where it all went wrong? Battle trance perfected. Yep. Give me that draw, thank you. Unrelenting, bash, then defend. And nice. So I was very much hoping for an unrelenting this end. Got him. Evil Eye, Bloodletting, Twin Strike. I'm a big fan of that Bloodletting when I've got the additional draw in the deck. I would have loved to be able to get vulnerability on the back line. It just didn't seem appropriate, though. Let's wait and see if I can get Bash as my cheaper card, and I can indeed. Ugh. 19 damage that turn. Let's get that regen potion so I can try and heal up a little bit. Juggling's not going to accomplish anything for us. Let's take a Shrug It Off. Just a defend card, please. I can see how those might help me in the long term. Let's transform a strike, ideally into a defend card of some kind. It becomes Stoke. Ugh. Oh, not this fight. No. I don't have AoE yet. This is way too early. What the hell? All right. Hey, anyone want to start guessing about what's going to happen in run number 3? Start using that regen potion. I think 9 times out of 10 I'm dead next turn. Yep. Woohoo! We used ambergris. Alright, I'm gonna stoke that whole hand. Pax End for damage. Cinder. Yay! We survived. And there's gone Guilty, and there's gone ambergris. Let's take the Whirlwind AoE, and then see if maybe we can make something of this version of the run. I'm stoking everything. I'm not stoked about what happened there, though. Second Wind, very light on defense. I guess Ashen Strike at least is decent damage here. Yeah. Suppose it's nice to just immediately remove that target. But isn't Stoke supposed to give us... No, it's not rare cards. It just happens to be rare cards a lot of the time. Breakthrough, Sword, Boomerang, Anger. Nope. Mimicry Hourglass. 3 damage to all enemies at the top of each turn. We'll also upgrade the Whirlwind. Remove another card and gain another Guilty. 5 combats from now. That'll get removed. I want Bash. No, I need Battle Trance and Bloodletting to both take upgrades. Nice. I'll Bloodletting Stoke this whole hand. Interesting. Forgotten Ritual, Barricade. I think I'm best served by just hitting a Cascade for 6 cards from the top deck. And 15 more damage with the free Unrelenting attack. Couldn't use Battle Trance there because I'd already used the Battle Trance that turn. Damn. He's very close to lethal right there. Lethal at the top of the next turn, though. I don't feel like Stampede makes sense. I feel like it just gets eaten 9 times out of 10 by this deck. I want things that get eaten for value or that eat other cards for value, I think. Yeah, I'll do the big Stoke and see if I can find something disproportionately valuable here. So the giant rocks will be 24 to each target. So 2 giant rocks takes out the front line, but then I still have to take 10. I don't think I have the ability to take out a single unit with only 2 hits, or with only 1 hit here, rather, and then give us the ability to True Grit for defense. So I do think it's just throw 2 big rocks at Nibbit number 1. Perfect. Shrug it off, Pommel Strike. God damn, now I see all the Pommel Strikes. Right after I don't need them anymore. Give me that Shrug it off. And I am going to take the Bloodletting upgrade as well. Whirlwind for huge AoE damage. That's why the Bloodletting and the Battle Trance both need upgrades. Because that'll solve a lot of our fights just doing that. Yeah, I'll Stoke it all. Juggernaut's pretty good. I'll just have to take a fair whap of damage this turn, but at least now, whilst defending, I'll be doing 8 damage apiece. Yeah. Makes defending pretty valuable. Shrug it off, and then Bloodletting Battle Trance. Spike for a bunch of damage. Defend and then Stoke that hand. Primal Force turns these both into giant rocks. And defending kills you next turn, GG. Aggression, 1-2 punch. I mean, 1-2 punch in the world where I've got this much positive draw, this thin of a deck. It really feels like it often ends up in second Whirlwind just clears all of the enemies, which yeah, that's huge. That's great. Let's take that. Corruption. My main problem with Corruption is that I want Stoke to retain. I want to keep Stoke. No. No, take Corruption. Lean into it. Skills cost 0. Whenever I play a skill, exhaust it from the deck. So I want additional draw and high-cost skills. 1-2 punch a Whirlwind for 60 damage. Oh, that's more than 60. Tremble Blood Wall. I don't have a Tremble in this deck yet. That one's upgraded. More than happy to take it. Woo! Ironwave Pillage Pommel. No. I really have to resist Bloat in this deck. The power of this deck is from Stoke right now. So I'm looking for things that care about exhaust and things that want to be exhausted. Both for Stoke and Corruption. I almost feel like Heart of Iron's going to be necessary. I'm pretty light on defense in general. Yeah, I don't have a super soon upcoming shop. So I'll take extra max HP and then heal a percentage of my max HP. Extra energy when I've just been at a rest site. Block on turn 1's also actually pretty good for us. Not going to take Orichalcum or the Snecko there, though. Extra AoE or extra vulnerability access. I do feel like Whirlwind's already kind of got that solved. You do need more AoE than just Whirlwind to get through Desi. Also, our vulnerability, if anything, is solved. But yeah, I'll take the second source of AoE. Okay, Enlightenment. It's not going to be especially good here. I'll take the removal. Stoke through all that. Very happy to have gotten a Ashen Strike after the Stoke. Corruption, defend. 1-2, exterminate kills the front line, and both defend save us against both toxics. As well as that could have gone for us. Bash. Got him. Sword Boomerang, Molten Fist, Twin Strike. Don't need any of those. And thankfully I haven't taken damage recently, so I'm not so sad. I've got that block pot that I just had to miss. Skate out to the right here. Kasaragama, when you play 3 attacks in a single turn, deal 6 damage per random enemy. This is Corruption, Shrug, Battle Trance. Yeah, there it is. Bloodletting. Whirlwind for as much as is possible. Stoke, and Forgotten Ritual gives us lethal. GG. Candelabra. Start your turn. Start your second turn, rather. Gain 2 additional energy. Anger, Tremble, Pillage. No space for those. I mean, I guess Pillage eventually does draw most of our cards because of the Corruption having burnt out all of the skills. Okay, so Pillage. We'll take that for the second cycle of the deck. Okay. Down to 50 health. Corruption, Tremble. Damn it, not enough to take out the front line. Really hoping we would have just gotten an additional attack or something there. Okay, defend 1-2. Double Pillage just draws us 2 cards down. GG. Set up strike, no thank you. veer off to the right again and take a extra turn of vulnerability from Bash. That'll be important for the upcoming boss. Corruption, Shrug, Tremble. We'll defend Pillage down to defend Whirlwind. No, I'm not going to use the Heart of Iron here. I'll save that for the boss fight upcoming. Okay, 1-2 Stoke. Really would have loved to see an attack after that. $20 damage straight to the jaw. Whirlwind, Dismantle. Dismantle's a lot of damage against a vulnerable target. Something I should be able to guarantee pretty consistently about ours. Nice. Bloodletting 1-2 Whirlwinds. Yeah, I'll take an upgraded Unrelenting. And then the Dismantle? Let's start upgrading our defense. I do have to worry about longevity of fights as well. Let's use Power Potion turn 1. Looking for something related to scaling here. We see Stone Armor. Am I comfortable using that? Or Feel No Pain instead? Please Feel No Pain. Not a great opening turn there, unfortunately. Ugh. Okay, Unrelenting plays Pillage. I'll Dismantle and then Stoke just these two cards. Tough. Heart of Iron, nothing. Corruption's at the very bottom of the deck. At the very least, that means I get to play every skill in the deck twice. So I get additional value out of it in that consideration. Okay, 1-2, Unrelenting, then Uppercut. We get 4 turns of weakness as well as extend the vulnerability on the enemy ridiculously. And then, beautiful. Pretty much the cycle after this, we would be comfortable. So you Stoke there, double Fight Me for additional scaling. And GG. Unrelenting Dismantle's basically it. Offering Dark Embrace, goddamn, that's a lot of draw here. I need to get an upgrade on that as soon as possible. Powers cost 1 more is a little tough, actually, because Dark Embrace and Corruption are both pretty important. Plus, they give me the energy, so I need to not make them cost more. Cooking at campsites. I mean, sure, I've got cards to remove from the deck. 7 block at the top of each turn, I think it's probably the safer, though. 6 Psy. Okay. I'm going to take this path over on the left. Only 1 elite ultimately. 1-2 Whirlwind. Got him. Love a fight like that. Colossus versus Perfected Strike. I'll take a Colossus. It's just a huge amount of defense when it's active. Awesome Candy. Every 3 turns. Every 3 turns. That's not it. Every other combat, your guard rewards gain an additional power. Lantern, nope, not trading that. Candelabra, nope, not trading that. Kasaragama, you can have that for the Red Mask, absolutely. I do like the Kasaragama, especially alongside the Psy. But Red Mask is really impactful. I'll have you know, it actually activates every fight. I checked it, it's true. Okay, 1-2 Unrelenting. Vicious Rage Blood Wall. I don't need additional draw here. That's not what I'm missing. Nice. Good pillage replacement. We'll stoke, getting us all the way down to... Boy. Expectify gains 1 energy at the cost of only 1 energy. And then I barricade. God, I would have loved to play that demon form instead, though. Okay. Bloodletting, 1-2, and then... double Exterminate and double Whirlwind. I definitely don't have time to actually use it anymore. Unrelenting Bash. Whirlwind for damage, and then... every exhaust also just draws us cards now. Drum of Battle. When this is exhausted, gain energy. Yes, please. Very good for stoke fuel that. Whirlwind, no. Dismantle, no. Exterminate, no. You can definitely have a raw defend. Rainbow Ring. Every time you play a single skill, attack, and power in the same turn, gain 1 strength and 1 dex. Will upgrade Dark Embrace to be more playable. I'm going to throw Stoke back at top. Oh, no, I'm going to throw Pact to End back at top of the deck because the enemy's summoning AoE, and this will literally just kill him. Yeah. 1-2, Pact End, double Exterminate. Very comfy kills him. Snack Oil Flame Barrier. That's a real good card. Happy to burn that one. Let's bank over to the left so that I can hit the shop. Nice. Corruption, Dark Embrace. I'll Bloodletting for the draw. And then just keep cycling for a bit. Okay. Whirlwind, Battle Trance, all the way down here. Dismantle. I'd love to have an Ashen Strike in the base deck, just so that I know that that's there to collect damage if no other card manages to. Damn. Really not finding that many cards that care about exhaust. Hold up. Bloodletting was not a card I was supposed to play that turn. Because you might notice I do not have Dark Embrace out, which means playing Bloodletting does not draw a card. All it does is spend my HP for no reason. Tremble, 1-2, and then stoke as much as I can. Double Ashen Strike's pretty nice. And then, as much as I want to play these... Ooh, I will play the Stone Armor. And then still second win the whole hand. G. Strawberry for 7 or more max HP. Not particularly good. Hey, an upgraded Cruelty. 50% additional damage on vulnerable enemies. That's worth taking. We hit the left for the rest. Brand. Oh, wait, hang on. That's not what I was responding to. I said brand. What I meant was Dolly's Mirror, by the way. Dolly's Mirror second stoke? I don't even know if that's a good idea. Scroll's pretty fun. I could see how Tear Asunder could be like a win con for us, but I could also see how it couldn't. That's true too. I'm gonna run out of cards to exhaust very quickly, so like I do need to have a way to kill the enemy by the time I'm doing that. So it feels like what I really want is just like additional fuel. I kind of just want another copy of Drama Battle. Stratagem's also pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna go Stratagem Scroll. I'll cut a base strike. Would love more positive draw there. And then as for our upgrade, it's got to be like retention of scroll, I think. Okay. Oh, Dark Embrace first hand. That's huge. Let's see what Pillage has for us. Literally just Drama Battle. It's kind of okay. I'm gonna hit the Snag Oil right now. Ideally, we didn't, but ideally we would have hit Stoke and just destroy the whole hand with the Wither in hand. But I'm also open to an alternative here. Let's 1-2 punch Bash. Now the enemy is capable of being made vulnerable, and then 1-2 Unrelenting as well. Okay, Battle Trance is there. Start with Shrug. And Tremble. Ooh, nice, stuck. Battle Trance, there's the Corruption. Unrelenting. I'm going to drop Corruption. Annoyingly, that means that Stoke is going to destroy Scroll. But that's the price we pay right now for... Oh, sick. And it's only my next attack is free, sure. So Bludgeon for 88 or additional turns of Weak from Uppercut. I think it's got to be the Uppercut. And then I'm more than happy to Primal Force. Yeah. Those two cards in hand away. Turn them into giant rocks. Leave second wind for the next cycle, because that's going to be a way of removing the withers that we draw into. With all of this played, let's also get the Cruelty for additional scaling. Yeah. Cruelty, Unrelenting, Bash, Colossus for full defense. Do I? Yeah, I'll blood. Yeah, especially because it still keeps drawing cards. And then I'll actually Clarity Extract here as well. Yeah, because it gives me another card that I can play this turn, and then that gives me another Wither that I can hit. Yeah, GG. 100% additional damage on top of vulnerability actually turns out to be pretty goddamn sick. Alright, let's go for the Pillage first. Hey, I'm more than happy to stoke that hand with Drama Battle in. Beautiful. Ooh, a Barricade Ashen Strike? Yeah, Barricade. And Ashen Strike's decent damage right now, but I'm going to take that in Flame. Hell yeah. Dark Embrace. Let's scroll. Not as low in the deck as I needed to. Let's get the Bloodletting out early. Battle Trance down to tough. I need that Corruption out yesterday. Okay. Unrelenting Bash. We get the additional trigger of the Rainbow Ring. Colossus for defense. And... you know what? Just Unrelenting for additional setup. Okay, Corruption. Stratagem, 1-2. Draw Flame Barrier. Flame Barrier. Colossus. I've taken a lot of the damage out of this. Grand. I'll stoke through that hand as well. Spite. Stomp. Or a Tremble on the back line. Keep cycling for a bit. I don't want to get rid of that Ashen Strike, so I'll stop cycling now. But the enemy dies during their turn aggression. Start with Bloodletting. Literally all of these are attacks. Okay, so Pillage now draws the rest of the draw cycle. Spite, Ashen Strike, Stomp. And then stoking this hand destroys a bunch of cards, but it also draws a bunch of cards, including back to that same Ashen Strike. Stomp, Spite, and Ashen Strike. Yeah, okay, this deck actually slaps butt hardcore. What the hell was that run? The only possible because of Niao's sacrifice at the top of the run, by the way. Yeah, I'm so glad that that run came back around long term because, God, it was a real fumble for a while there, was it not? Corruption and then leaning into it and then just having enough damage consistently. God damn. I don't think the base deck even has enough damage to win the fight. It's literally just that it's capable of creating enough resources that it ends up winning the fight. This is the closest, like, Dead Branch-ish gameplay I've really had in STS2. Just popping Stokes on Stokes on Stokes. GG. Now that's one hell of a run. Let's see if we can get that followed up at a reasonable pace with a silent in the next episode, but I'm getting ahead of... Whoa, one without ever resting! Literally restless. Hell yeah, buddy. But, for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Top left is a series playlist for all the way content of the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Seamus. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.